switch that flow, straight back on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce right, yes indeed. By the telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting. I got a deed to the house, to the left of the if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce. Make it bounce, bounce for me. Make it bounce, bounce for me. Back it on a handstand. Make it bounce, handstand. Bounce for me. Back it on a handstand. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. All right.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers taking on Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Our first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Play fake. Here's Love. Rolling to his right. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Play action this time with Love. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And that one results in 35 yards.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Love now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And it'll be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their 1st drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love, they go play action now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. He's been fortunate in one sense. I mean, he's thrown the 2 interceptions. That's not fortunate. The good news is haven't led to points on either one of those picks. So a fresh start here, 1st and 10. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. Ooh, with a juke. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Love to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 37 yards. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to a man who's used to catching passes in the green and gold, Davante Adams. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker
play. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these 2 have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. 33 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake, Love.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, with the problems they've had giving away the football in this first half, they've got to be over the moon that this is still a tie ball game. So and that's a good throw there to pick up a first down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
2nd and a couple.
Here's Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And the half will begin with a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Love now on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Love.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Love.
A short throw.
And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. A good running there by Jacobs on 1st down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
To throw now, here's Love.
On the out route, Doubs brings it in.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Love. Under pressure, and he'll go down. down. Sacked back at the 31. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second down. Love. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game. They're holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown!
Tucker Kraft,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Big yardage that time for the Jets, and even 50 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's
line, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Drive him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flushed out right. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's into space past the 25.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
47 yards.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And wait a minute, did the Jets get it? They did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick, a little up.
Working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Rodgers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers
over the middle and complete to Wilson. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just...
Let's face it. It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side, Reed. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Love. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been.
That is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's 1st and 10. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that is incomplete. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.